Welcome to the morning after week 3 here in the CFFL. We will get to the week that was right away. Um, First of all, we had Dr. Dangerous falling to Chris's Cardinals 84-61. I took the high point this week. Most of my guys had a pretty good week. Taylor, Gibbs scored on he had a 20-yard reception touchdown with no receptions. Weird statistical anomaly. Um, Jaden Daniels, I didn't have starting at Burrow, but they both had good days for me, so that made me happy there. Sorry for the formatting there. I see on this it got a little wonky when it got transferred over. Anyway, the Maulers take down the Badgers to pick up their first win of the year, 72-57.5. Big day there for the Maulers with Justin Jefferson continuing on as the best fourth or second round pick this year in the league. And I said the best pick in the draft, and so far looking like it. Minotaurs take down the Horn Dogs 61.5-47. LBM squeaked by the Dynamite 64-62. The Dynamite now are the lone winless team in the league. So that's a rough start there. Injuries have started to, well, the Pacheco injury was a big one for him, but that's about it that he has had. Normally you'd say that it's not really great, but some of the teams have had tons of injuries in comparison. Team Price is Right take down the Bruiser 61.5-57. Sam Darnold had a big day for him. And the Colts handle the Dingoes 61-38.5. Big win for the Colts. Dak Prescott's fourth quarter there when it was garbage time really paid off for him. Now we'll take a look at the all standings. So the funny thing is the Maulers have the best record in all play. He's 1-2 on the year, which is weird statistically. Dynamite 19-13-1, yet they're 0-2-1 is weird. Team Price is 2-1, but 11-21-1. So you have three there that are kind of wonky. We'll have to see if it's going to work itself out during the year, or if that's just a sign of things to come. Then it's going to be kind of a weird year. So take a look at one thing here. We have the CFFL fantasy and the fantasy season in general. What has gone right? What has gone wrong? Weird things this year in fantasy football in general. Tight ends, as I know this year because I have three of them actually, which is way more than I normally do, have been terrible. Not a single tight end has scored more than one touchdown, I heard the other day. League is not throwing near as much. So that's another weird statistical thing. A lot less. I think they said a couple less passes per game, a lot more running. So quarterbacks have been down, receivers have been down, tight ends way down, tons of injuries. So it's been kind of a weird year. What has gone right for each team? For myself, quarterbacks have been pretty good. I drafted the two of them. My running backs have lived up to the hype. Neighbors, I would say, since I know a lot of people thought he would not be great because he didn't have a quarterback thrown to him, has way exceeded the expectations. But my tight ends and let's see, Higgins being hurt has kind of hurt there. As for some other teams in the league, Dr. Dangerous, his running backs, Achane was great week 1, but with the Tua injury, he's kind of been handcuffed a bit as to what he can do. Kyler Murray, or not Kyler Murray, sorry. The Xavier Worthy had a big first week, not so much after. Otherwise, I would say as a whole, his team has been, I would say he has to be happy about it. Right now, David Montgomery is going to score, he's going to get his yards. So not too bad there for Dr. Dangerous. As for and Josh Allen's been tremendous this year, even with questionable receiving core, he's been awesome. Mike Smallers, we had, what's up with Michael? Let's see. Trying to remember off the top of my head. Mahomes has been a disappointment. Big dog Derrick Henry's been good. Brian Robinson's been solid, but I would say, and Justin Jefferson and Chris Godwin have been fantastic. So that's what's been right. What's not gone so right? Tank Dell's kind of struggled. DJ Moore struggled, and Mahomes not very good this year. But I would assume he'd bounce back, but we'll find out, I guess. For Bites' Badgers, the James running backs have been very good. I think James Cook's exceeded expectations because he's actually scoring touchdowns. He's managed to survive the Puka and Jordan Love injuries. Rashee Rice has been amazing. So far, a positive year for the Badgers there. Not a whole lot has gone bad. I would say more positive than negative there outside of the injuries for him. Bernie's Bruisers, Again, he's not scoring that many points, but Brees Hall's been very good. Marvin Harrison, outside of week one's been very good. Purdy's been solid. Rashad White's been a disappointment for him. Ramondre's been better than expected as well. Team price is right. Sam Darnold, well, his quarterback situation, Trevor Lawrence has been a huge flop so far. Tony Pollard's been good. CeeDee Lamb's been disappointing. DK Metcalf's been pretty good. And George Pickens has been a disappointment so far. So some good, some bad, with a 2-1 team. The Colts, what's going wrong? Pretty much everything. A lot of injuries. Last year, when the Horn Dogs had all their injuries, I thought he was toast. He wouldn't win many more games. Colts, the fighting Colts, are on paper look like one of the best teams they had this year to start the year. He's got to survive probably to like week 8 or so. Have 2 wins or so, and hopefully can go on like a 6-2 run and end the year for him and still make the playoffs. But for now, it's going to be a struggle. Not a whole lot else has gone well. Kincaid, like the tight ends have not been good. Pittman's been terrible because Anthony Richards has been terrible so far. Darnell Mooney's been pretty good. Dak Prescott had a good half. That's about it. Actually, a good quarter, but that was a big it was a big quarter. Next up, we had the Black Dingoes. Kenneth Walker injury was bad because he's built on his running backs. Bijan's been solid, but not fantastic. Same with Hurts. Nico Collins has been amazing. Diggs has been solid, but the rest of his running receivers not too good. And Javonte Williams has been horrific for the Broncos. As for little big men, good start to the year. Kamara have been amazing. Probably the best, obviously maybe the best fantasy year of his career. It's up there, which is amazing because he's 29. Jamar Chase has come around now on the last little bit, but he's had some issues. Lamar is Lamar. He's solid, and he's going to have some stinkers in there too. Etienne's been okay, but Ayuk's been disappointing so far. So the little big man, mostly good so far, as he's been 3-0. Point-wise, pretty good. He's like 4th, 5th in points, 5th in points, I think. So he'll take that, I'm sure. Morton's Minotaurs, 1-1-1. Kyler's been pretty good. Maybe not quite as good as you always assume with Kyler. He could be, but pretty good. Aaron Jones has way exceeded expectations, looking like a young Aaron Jones. Kyron scoring touchdowns, that's all you can ask. Not really efficient. Running receivers have been bad. Kelsey's been awful. Zay Flowers hasn't been too good either. But AJ Brown and Cooper Kupp's injuries have been big, as Cooper Kupp was amazing before that. Horn Dogs. CJ Stroud's been disappointing, not really putting up the points he expected. Josh Jacobs getting a lot of yards, but no touchdowns yet. Devin Singletary exceeding expectations. And his receivers, Garrett Wilson and Devontae Smith. I said one exceeded and one's been a little bit below expectations so far. But 1 and 2, I'd say he'd have to be relatively happy with that. Dynamite, quite disappointed, I know, in their team. Richardson is horribly inaccurate, but he's a tremendous athlete, and he'll have his blow-up days too. But right now, it's a struggle for him. Saquon's been the MVP of the league so far. He's been very good. The rest of the team's been disappointing. Shakir's been solid, but the Pacheco injuries hurt him. Devontae's not looking too good. McLaurin had a big week this week, but other than that, he's kind of struggled. So it's kind of gone right, and what's not gone right for the league. So we had a little bit longer show, more middle of the road show today. Wish everyone good luck this week, except if you're playing me. So then, yeah, not so much. So sorry, Reisner. You're gonna have to go down this week. Hoping Kenneth Walker takes it one more week. Don't want to rush those oblique injuries. So thanks for tuning in, and good luck this week.